Juzinov is not playing. I don't think Juan Mata is in the World Cup either. But you know what I'm trying to say. They have very good depth, and they also have a very good starting lineup. And also Diego Costa up front. He didn't surprise me the first match. I thought he was going to. I mean, I said he wasn't going to do good, but I still expected him to do good, and he didn't do good. All he did was really get a penalty, which isn't the best. I mean, if you get the penalty, at least score it. But it was Xabi Alonso that scored it. But other than that, that match was just horrible. They were broken down, and they were able to let Netherlands take over. I mean, Netherlands, they don't have the best defense. So losing a game 5-1 to a team that doesn't have that good of a defense just shows that you are not that good going up front. You gotta work on your tactics, and if your only goal is from a penalty, you're definitely going to have to talk to your striker. Diego Costa was not doing what he was supposed to. I think every time he got the ball, I think he felt a little bit nervous. Well, I didn't really see the match, but this is what I'm guessing, because I personally have that happen sometimes. But I would just think that being at the World Cup, he should be playing at his best, especially for a nation that is not even his own nation. I mean, that's the one thing that kind of sucks, because when you play for a different nation that you weren't born from, you expected a lot more, because it's not really right to have someone else play for a different nation, but still people do it. And when you do that, you still have an expectation for yourself. But Chile, I think, are very much underdogs in this World Cup. If they can get out of this group with Spain and Netherlands, then that just shows how strong of a team they are. I mean, they're no pushovers. I think they beat was it Australia 3-0? I think it was Australia they beat 3-0 if I'm not correct. But they dominated that match. Sanchez, I think he scored 2, and then there was another goal. I think it was Australia they beat, because I know that's a team in their group. But they really dominated that match, and they were very strong. Vidal is scary in the middle. That dude is just a machine. Like, all he does is run up and down the field, get passes to other players, and also build up the play. And that is just exactly what you need for a center midfielder, and he does that. They got good forwards. Sanchez is looking like he's going to have a really good World Cup, and if he can show up against the team that he actually plays for, well, not plays for, but the team that he plays in the nation. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, he plays in Spain in his club, and he plays for Barcelona. He's mostly going up against Barcelona players, so he's probably going to know how they play pretty much. So hopefully he can just show up and really do good. But the thing is, it's going to be hard. I mean, Spain, they're not pushovers, but after the last match, they were defeated a lot. So I mean, it can go either way, but it's just very hard. Honestly, I think this is not Spain's World Cup. This is definitely not Spain's World Cup. They had a wake-up call last match, and if they didn't wake up from that tragic loss, then they're not going to have a good World Cup from me. I mean, they have great players, but they just have to just wake up and realize they're not you can't be cocky when you're playing soccer. You always got to be confident but never cocky. And that's what I thought Spain was the other day. They're very cocky, and then after they started getting destroyed, they just lost their hope and all that stuff, and they lost 5-1. To lose 5-1 is just horrible. But I don't think Spain are going to do that good. Honestly, this World Cup is not Spain's. It's someone else's, and I hope Spain doesn't win it. I'm tired of them winning, even though that's not the right thing to say, but I do want a little bit of variety. I want some other nation to win it. But in the second half, I'm going to tell you guys my prediction of the scoreline, and then we're going to get on to the other games. Alright, so the way I'm predicting this match, I just don't think Spain are going to win today. I think the dark horses, Chile, which are pretty much the underdogs for this tournament, they're going to win 2-1. I think Spain is going to get an early lead, just like the match against Netherlands, but Chile are going to pull out of nowhere and score. I just don't feel Spain are going to do good. And then once they play Australia, then maybe they can finally get a win in this World Cup, but I don't think they're going to win to Chile. I think it might be a tie. If anything, it's going to be a tie, but I really think Chile is going to win. I got hope for them to win. One of my friends is actually at the Chile game, the Chile versus Spain game. He had tickets, and he came all the way from he's actually my teammate in my team. He came all the way from the United States to go to Brazil. and I just hope him the best. I hope they win, so then I can pretty much be happy with him, because he's gonna be extremely happy if they beat Spain. Oh my God! I mean, I would be too. Spain is one of the biggest teams in the world. But yeah, I predict a Chile win. Honestly, I don't think Spain are good enough this World Cup. They're just not in it. They're just not in it. Unless they wake up from the last match, I don't think anything good is going to happen from this game for Spain. But going on to the first match of the day, it's going to be Australia versus Netherlands. A pretty straightforward match. Australia got beat by Chile 3-0. Imagine what Netherlands can do to them, and I think it'll be a big score line. I would say 3-0 too, honestly. I don't see them scoring more, even though they could. They did score 5 goals on Spain. I just don't feel like Netherlands are going to score as much as they did. I'd say 3-0, 4-0 for Netherlands. And maybe Australia can get this 1 goal lucky from some luckiness. But other than that, I mean, I think Netherlands will get a good enough win. I think it was actually 3-1 the Chile game. Let me check real quick, because I'm really doubting myself. Yeah, it was 3-1. I thought it was 3-0, but yeah, Australia is capable of scoring that random goal out of nowhere. I think with Tim Cahill, I think that MLS player, he has a good head. He can really score from headers, so you gotta be careful with him. And I think Netherlands don't have the best defense. I mean, they have a good defense, but they don't have the best. So you gotta watch out for that with Tim Cahill in the attack for Australia. But other than that, I think it should be a straightforward win for Netherlands. And then here comes another match after. It's a Group A match with Cameroon and Croatia, 2 teams that both lost their first match in the World Cup, and they're both going to look to really try to win. I mean, that's the only way they can really get into the next round, even though I really think it's going to be Brazil and Mexico into the next round. I think Brazil, they're good enough to make it. I mean, they haven't had the best World Cup campaign. I mean, the first game was kind of and then the second game they couldn't score. It was a 0-0 tie. And honestly, I think Mexico, they have enough heart. They have enough, players to really, well, not enough players, but enough quality to really get themselves into the next round. And I think Brazil and Mexico would definitely make it. They're both on 4th points. And unless Cameroon and Croatia come out of nowhere with a big win against, who's Cameroon play? Croatia plays Mexico next. So unless Croatia can get a big win on what you can call it, on Mexico, then I don't know. Or if Cameroon can get a big win on Brazil, I don't know. I just see Mexico and Brazil making out of the group. But either way, I'd say Croatia wins this match. I think Croatia definitely has a good team. I think Modric isn't playing, is he? I heard that he had a bad injury after that match with Spain, because Spain were just pulling him everywhere, just dropping him on the floor, fouling him, and after that he got injured. I think he had some problem with the bottom of his foot, I heard. I'm not sure if he's going to play, but if he does play, then I think they'll definitely win that match. Him and Rakitic, and also Rakitic went to Barcelona, if you guys haven't heard. That is a interesting signing. I mean, they don't need any more midfielders, but with Xavi and Iniesta getting old, I think it was the right thing to do. Have Rakitic play. He's very good, so I think it was a smart signing. I'm not sure how much money it was for, but Barcelona was very smart in picking up Rakitic, because he's a quality player, and I think tomorrow he will do good too, because he did good in the last match against Brazil. So I predict a Croatia win against Cameroon. I'd say 2-1. Yeah, I'd say a 2-1 win. It's not too much. And I think Croatia, I'm not sure if Mandzukic is playing. Actually, Mandzukic didn't play the first match against Brazil because he had a red card, I think. So with them playing against Cameroon, I really think they could definitely do better than the match against Brazil and actually win it. Even though it was an unfair match for Croatia, I think they still have the quality to win a match, and definitely against Cameroon. So I predict a 2-1 win for Croatia, and hopefully, I hope